touch on a few things of what Mason Taylor said. So Mason Taylor, the first notable thing is he's back. He's fully recovered from his shoulder surgery. He had some rehab. They kind of took it slow, so he's fully healthy. That's really awesome news for Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor, if you're not really familiar, he is their star tight end. Really had a nice freshman season for LSU, so it's really awesome to see Mason Taylor continuing to make steps in the right direction, continue to be really a star player on offense for him. So yeah, Mason Taylor. Also, he had bulked up. He's bulked up to about 255. He's added some strength in the weight room, so I think that's really cool to see too. And he was just talking about. They asked him about the expectations this year, and he gave a kind of the typical answer. They're going to take it day by day, game by game. So I think that was probably the best way to answer that question. But I think he's excited. And he kind of said what I said about the tight ends. Each guy kind of has their own. Has some strengths to their game, but he likes the versatility of all the tight ends, meaning he likes that they can catch and block too. Really emphasized Mac Markway's ability to block, Pimpton's ability to have a high catch radius just because he's so tall. So yeah, I think that was really cool. Talked about some of the young freshmen. He said KP. I'm not sure if he's referring to Kyle Parker or Kai Preen, but he talked about Jalen Brown too. So he thinks that the young freshman wide receivers bring a nice skill set and are going to be impactful right away. And he thinks the wide receivers are going to be rotating even more so this year with the depth they have. They're going to try to get in some more guys and try to take advantage of the depth and overall talent they have. But Chris Hilton, another guy that's name keeps getting thrown out there. I did see him getting some reps with the ones. I know that's always kind of like a fun thing to throw out there to start some buzz, saying a guy who's running with the ones. Who knows? It could they rotate a lot of guys in with the ones at different programs, but what it could mean that Chris Hilton really is taking another step in his development. This guy that when you go back watch some of his high school tape or some of the snaps he's played, he is a explosive. Does have good long speed. A guy that knows how to get off the line of scrimmage in a hurry. A guy that can really manipulate DBs with us. Does have quick footwork. He's got good body control. He's got his hands are a little up and down as you saw in the spring game, but I don't. They are not really. I don't think it's not drops where it's not just like bad drops where his hands are just kind of hands are just a little too tough. It's drops where I think he just wants to get the ball and churn up field immediately. So Chris Hilton, a guy getting a lot of buzz right now by other people. It sounds like he might be taking a giant year two leap potentially, and a guy that's going to be really in the mix to be really impactful for this LSU wide receiving core and be kind of maybe he is that third. Maybe he does become that I guess. Maybe fourth guy, but that doesn't sound like I'm giving him a high praise. But the fourth guy in this LSU wide receiving core could be very meaningful, considering the fact that you have Brian Thomas, Kyron Lacey, and Malik Neighbors. You have three strong wide receivers at the top. So yeah, who is Chris Hilton that fourth guy? Does he actually become that kind of maybe that strong wide receiver? Does he become that wide receiver 3? So, yeah, it sounds like Chris Hilton may be that next guy. Is it Kyle Parker, Jalen Brown, one of the freshman wide receivers? So, yeah, Mason Taylor kind of touched on what I've been thinking, that they're gonna play more receivers this year, and one guy is really gonna get his shot, get his chance to really shine. But yeah, I like that Mason Taylor, he touched on his ultimate goals to win a national title, and I think that's you could say a lot of players say that, but I think that he really emphasized that's his main thing, is to win a national title, and I think that's really cool. I think that, to me, at the end of the day, you should set your expectations high, whatever you're doing in life. And I think that Mason Taylor, it sounded like when he says that, he truly means that. Like that is his ultimate goal. Like he sounds like a guy who he is very humble. It sounds like a guy he does appreciate kind of the day in, day out grind of getting better. And to me, it seems like, I'm sure he's a guy who enjoyed a lot of the accolades and the praise he was getting after the excellent freshman season. But to me, coming from a guy who dad had a lot of success in the NFL. His dad and Jason Taylor, to me, I'm sure his dad has kind of instilled in that you hanging a banner, winning a championship means a lot to this program, and it means a lot not only for your own legacy, but for it lasts forever. So winning a national title, big in the eyes of Mason Taylor. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Bayou Bengals. Make sure to stay tuned for more episodes and clips from the show. Till next time, peace.